thing that kept coming up for me as I wondered, how did they do the work that they did in the world? I mean, there was hatred, there was chaos, there was just absolute insanity swirling around all of these people. And what kept coming up for me was that they had like an inner core. They had like an inner peace inside of them. And they also had this incredibly deep compassion and understanding and forgiveness of other people. So that seemed to be the common thread. They didn't look outside of themselves as much as inside themselves. And each had a core belief system that gave them the strength to do the work that they did in the world. Now, this isn't to say that they all believed the same things, but they had some kind of an anchor inside. Does this make sense? So this is the goal for me, for myself, and perhaps might be the goal for each of us, is to let the peace begin with us as individuals, to find whatever it takes, whatever practices that we can incorporate into our lives to be that anchor. Probably the most powerful thing that I have learned from the studies that I've done on Nelson Mandela is that he was able to forgive completely. To forgive completely. Even when he was in prison, he was able to get to that place where he didn't hold any animosity toward the people who held him in prison. And he was able to change the world by making that commitment to forgive. I believe that we each have the power to change the world, each one of us, if we could make the commitment to love. And if we can make that commitment to developing an anchor inside of us. Trusting that I'll be the change I am seeking. Each carrying word brings understanding. Start the reading, stop the violence, triumph in love. And I will not stand by in silence. I can change the world. I will be that love. Change. In the past few years, I lost my sister, my mother, and many close friends. And right now I have 4 people that are extremely close in my life that are in the throes of cancer. I've had my faith tested over and over and over and over and over again. And I've had to develop some new ways of doing and seeing things. Making the space to actually hear that voice inside of me that sometimes has to really scream for me to pay attention. And it's been motivating me to realize that our ability to create and hold onto our center or anchor can help not only shift our lives, but when we can be that person that doesn't freak out at the guy in front of us in line or the guy who cut us off on the freeway, that we are in essence shifting the energy of all those around us. We can create a ripple effect. It's so simple, but we forget that it's all energy. We're all energy. So I really want to encourage you to every time stuff starts to come up, to ask yourself, what would love do here?
From Gandhi again, each one has to find his peace from within, and peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances.
Another 12-hour day, working as a seamstress in Montgomery. She climbed aboard the bus. There was nobody sitting there when she took that seat. She said, I'm not getting up. An ordinary act of courage sparked a revolution. She wasn't trying to be a problem, just part of the solution. She was one drop of water in an ocean of hope, one voice of reason that finally Anybody else had an experience like that? Where you went to a really, really dark place, but it opened up something in you that shifted things. I always thought that I was really strong and that I had all these fabulous coping mechanisms. You know how we are. We think we have it all figured out until the poop really hits the fan. Then we have to really develop that inner strength. So I had found out that I really had to work hard and dig deep to find some of these answers and to find my own strengths that were hidden in there. We all have life challenges, every single one of us. And instead of hating the things that come up for us, that person at work that just drives you work. We all have met that person. That idiot that you always are behind on the freeway that either is cutting you off or going the wrong speed limit or braking for hallucinations. You know those people. You've been behind them. I've been that person. And you know what? I bet every single one of these people in this room have been that person that didn't see somebody and cut them off. Instead of hating things and railing against them, I learned to embrace the experience that whatever was going on caused me to grow. I'd like you to visualize the incredible white light fog of love spreading out into this entire building and then out into Simi Valley and the entire San Fernando Valley. We're going to send this love in every direction, north, south, east and west, around the world, until we touch every living being with our love. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Shalom. Love. Salam. Opened up and trusted, the more supported I felt. It's amazing how when you put that forth, it gets returned to you. Now, I know that everyone's process is different, and believe me, I'm not here to tell you how to do your process. I can just share what's worked for me and what is working for me. And that is showing up as love, finding the lessons in the ugly stuff that comes up, and being grateful for them. The Dalai Lama says we can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. That's a big one for me. I work on that every day. Open our hearts and let us read.